Hilton is brought to you by TBO, India's leading travel distribution platform. Namaskar, this is Akash and you are listening to Travel World Online. News highlights of the day. CAPA India to convene meeting of aviation leaders in New Delhi. TAFI delegation call upon Finance Secretary. Akasa Air adds Bhubaneshwar to its growing network. Singapore Tourism Board organises cruise and MICE conclaves. Hilton India appoints Reema Singh as Director of Communications. Vivid Sydney 2023 serves up biggest program yet. 2022 was a successful year. Lot Polish Airlines. Now, news in detail. A delegation of Travel Agents Federation of India, TAFI, led by Ajay Prakash, Anil Kalsi, Ankush Nijhawan and Rajiv Agarwal along with Vivek Shejwalkar, Member of Parliament, met with the Finance Secretary Dr. TV Somnathan at the Ministry of Finance today, March 14, according to the association. The meeting was constructive and the Finance Secretary heard the delegation patiently and agreed to look into their suggestions which were put forth. More than 300 of the most influential executives in Indian and global aviation are set to assemble at the Hyatt Regency in New Delhi during 2022 March 2023 for the CAPA India Aviation Summit 2023. The summit is being convened by the leading aviation advisory and research practice, CAPA India, which has regularly brought the industry together for critical, strategic discussions for almost 20 years. This meeting is said to be the most significant gathering of industry and government leaders ever assembled in the Indian aviation space, with participants including the Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Jyotiraditya Scindia, Secretary Civil Aviation, Rajiv Bansal, and heads of several leading Indian and global airlines and alliances, including Air India, Vistara, Indigo, Akasa Air, Jet Airways, Emirates, Turkish Airlines, Gulf Air Group, Jazeera Airways, One World and SkyTeam. With today's Indian travelers exploring novel and non-traditional avenues in their quest for greater value from their travel experiences, the Singapore Tourism Board, STB, brought together some of the leading minds in the tourism and lifestyle industry to share their perspectives on the rapidly changing market at its Cruise MICE Conclaves Thought Leadership Conferences in Mumbai on 10th March. Hearing cutting-edge insights through a panel discussion, keynote address and product sharing session. More than 250 attendees from across India's business world learned more about the power of technology in revolutionizing MICE travel, harnessing data to effectively understand and engage young Indian consumers, and reimagine cruise travel to tap into new consumer segments. Speaking about the STB's efforts to promote reimagined cruise and MICE travel in the Indian market, GB Sridhar, Regional Director for India, Middle East, South Asia and Africa, Singapore Tourism Board, STB, said Singapore's proximity within a 3.5 to 5.5 hour flying radius and the extensive network of flights directly connecting 16 gateways across India to the destination allow Indian travelers the chance to easily and repeatedly experience Singapore's boundary-pushing destination experiences. The day-long forums featured a storied line-up of industry luminaries leading the change across the tourism and lifestyle industries, including Sukumar Verma, Managing Director, Informa Markets Singapore, Sneha Choksi, Senior Business Development Associate, Tirun Travel Marketing, Diksha Batra, Assistant Vice President, Resorts World Cruises, Sridhar K. Puringan, Cross-Border Payments, India and South Asia, Visa Alexander Valadez, Chief Marketing Officer, Impresario Handmade Restaurant. Vivid Sydney will deliver the biggest and most culturally relevant program in its event history when it returns in 2023 from Friday, 26 May to Saturday, 17 June. Australia's largest event and the pioneer of light-based art and culture festivals in the Asia-Pacific region has assembled some of the world's most innovative artists, talented music makers and thought leaders as part of its 2023 lineup, which also recognizes the significant contribution of First Nations peoples and cultures to the creative industries. Inspired by the master of all creators, Mother Nature, this year's theme, Vivid Sydney, naturally is reflected across all of the 300 plus activations and events that make up the 23-day program. Hilton has appointed Reema Singh as Director of Communications India. In her new role, she will lead the internal, external and crisis communications for Hilton in India. Additionally, she will be responsible for the development of communication strategies and initiatives to support Hilton's corporate, brand, commercial and development strategy priorities in the country. As Director of Communications, Singh will be an active member of the Asia-Pacific Communications Leadership Team from India. She will also oversee and work closely with the regional commercial team to support hotels on commercial priorities. She is a seasoned professional, bringing over 17 years of versatile experience in handling strategic brand building, marketing and corporate communications, and strategy functions for brands across sectors hospitality, travel, FMCG and aviation. Akasa Air, India's newest airline, announced the addition of Bhubaneshwar as its 16th destination to its fast-growing network. The airline will operate flights between Pune Bhubaneshwar and Bengaluru Bhubaneshwar from 17 April 2023 with a total of 14 weekly flights. Praveen Iyer, co-founder and chief commercial officer, Akasa Air, said. As the fastest growing airline in the country, we are delighted to add Bhubaneshwar to our ever-expanding network, marking our arrival in Odisha. Bhubaneshwar is a scenic green and clean city with a strong cultural heritage rooted in ancient temples and rich architecture. Having seamless connectivity at affordable fares across major cities such as Bengaluru and Pune will boost travel and tourism for the historic city. And we look forward to adding more destinations to the flight map of the country. Since its launch in August 2022, Akasa Air has carried over 1 million revenue passengers and crossed the milestone of operating over 700 weekly flights connecting 16 cities, namely Ahmedabad, Bengaluru, Bhubaneshwar, Bagdogra, Kochi, Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi, Guwahati, Agartala, Pune, Vishakhapatnam, Lucknow, Goa, Hyderabad, and Varanasi. Lord Polish Airlines has said that despite difficult conditions, 2022 was a successful year for the carrier. The latest forecasts confirm that the Polish airline managed to grow significantly again after overcoming the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2022, Lord Polish Airlines operated more than 85,000 flights and carried around 8 million passengers. Thereby, the airline achieved a turnover of presumably over 8 billion Polish zlotys (PLN), approx. 149 billion Indian rupees, and generated a net profit of more than 100 million PLN, approx. 1.864 billion Indian rupees. In addition to Mumbai, the airline also added Cairo, Egypt, and Baku, Azerbaijan to its schedule. Flights to Beijing made a comeback, and North America, traditionally an important market for the airline, was served up to 50 times per week during the summer schedule season. In total, the route network comprised 167 destinations as of the end of 2022. The forecast results for Lord Polish Airlines clearly demonstrate that the airline is on the right track, said Katarzyna Lewandowska, CEO and President of the Management Board. This is particularly pleasing in light of Russia's war of aggression on Ukraine, especially as we also have to recover from the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic. That's all in this bulletin. For the latest updates, keep listening to Travel World Online Radio with you always. Kabhi bhi kahi bhi. This program was brought to you by TBO, India's leading travel distribution platform.